As you may know, Warframe has got an update. Yeah. When? Who knows? Early summer, sometime before TennoCon. But there is a few lingering questions that they've kind of answered. If you have... that's the wrong button. No one cares about Nightwave. If you have an active Lich, what's going to happen? Well, if we go over here, they've already said when you first log in, players who have any kind of active Kuva Lich, it was in here, have an active Kuva Lich will get one Requiem Ultimatum. A new item that will taunt a Lich or sister into battle. That means instantly, yes, that's right, if you have an active Lich, you will get one Requiem Ultimatum. If you have an active Lich at the time of the Sisters of Porvos update going live, you will receive a new item that taunts the Lich or sister into battle. I'm hoping that means you can keep a hold of it and use it against your first sister. So in theory you would be able to activate your sister, find the weapon that you're looking for, and instantly taunt them straight into battle. Taunt them. Not taunt. Taunt them straight into battle. That is going to be kind of huge. Yes, you will then have to probably clear your active Lich. So having it active but knowing what the Requiem is going to be really important, because you will then be able to take them out instantly. Yes, for those keen-eyed people, I have done nothing on this Lich in months. It has been sitting with exactly that much of the second Requiem known. Because, as I've mentioned before, it's on Pluto, and you go in and you try to do any of these on Pluto and nobody's doing them. And it's amazing actually how many people have said they do exactly the same thing when it comes to the Liches. I only do this on Pluto. I only do it on the harder missions. Defense, interception. Missions that you probably shouldn't be trying to do by yourself. I don't have an excuse for the extermination. Probably because I know if I do that, then, well, the mobile defense as well, they are easily doable. But, yeah, I don't have an excuse. I just really want this Lich gone. I'm sick of it, but nobody does these missions for Liches. When it comes to Pluto, they're usually getting rid of it, or they're already done. And mine's always seems to start on Pluto, and I'm just straight up sick of it. Hence, have not done a thing with this Lich. Could work really badly for me because, as forementioned, when the update goes live, all players who have already... This is where it gets weird. All players who owned any Lich weapon at any point or have converted a Lich or have an active Lich will get one of these. I really wish it was one per, because if you think about it, you get enough to last forever. Players who have converted a Kuva Lich or vanquished a Lich will get... Oh, there. It's a wildcard mod. More than likely what this means is it'll be a card that goes in here that is universal. Meaning you don't have to find out what that Requiem is. So once you have two Requiems and the third one is not found, you are like this trying to learn what it is, you can just put that wild card in there and it will more than likely just figure it out for itself. Which is great, because if you have three of them, when you get a Kuva Lich or a sister, because it's probably going to work the same, it means you can use these cards instead of these and having to find out the right three and then the right combination of the three. You can just go ha 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 and take them down and get a hold of the weapon. As I have mentioned multiple times, when people keep going on about the grind of this, they are implementing so many different things to make it so much quicker and easier than it currently is. And this is coming from somebody who's had the same Lich for months, because, well, I'm in no rush to get rid of it, and I wanted an active one for Nightwave or something like that, so I've just kind of left it there. There you go, there's my good excuse. I've left it there for other reasons. At the minute, if I didn't have one, I would get one, same as more than likely I will find out what the Requiem is for it, but I will not take it out before the update goes live, because with an active Lich, you will receive a Requiem Ultimatum. A new item that will taunt the Lich or the Sister into battle, meaning you will be able to take them down and get whatever weapon it is that they have. Meaning, you probably still need to know what the Requiem is, unless you have 3 of the Ul cards, which is a wild card that I'm hoping it works that way. Of course, all players Mastery rank 5 or above will receive 5 build former. It also says 5 and above will receive a 3-day booster. Anybody who has the Kuva Nuko built will receive 2 extra ones. What happens if you have many Kuva Nukos? Probably nothing, because as long as you have built 1, then you will receive 2 extra former. That's about it. There's no magical anything else that will be coming with this. Yes, yeah, I am looking in the dev workshop at something that, well, they've already moved the galvanized mods. They're no longer going to be behind Teshin's Steel Path, even though in the forums it still says these will be available from Teshin's Steel Path on a store. Well, it doesn't say store, but hey, they're going to be behind arbitration now. They changed that fairly quickly. I've mentioned this so many times in the past, it's not even funny anymore. Dev workshops are exactly that. It's a workshop. Everything in it is subject to change. And they did. The Steel Path Honor store is going to be much easier to get a hold of Steel Essence, meaning the galvanized mods are going to be a lot easier to get a hold of, but there was that many people that were upset about this. They changed it. They've changed a lot since then, but people are still concentrating on what is still kind of the unchanged forum post. They did a second one that is the follow-up that corrects a lot of this, but the login seems to have stayed the same. Meaning, when it comes to your Kuva Lich, if you have an active one, as mentioned before, you will receive an instant ultimatum, which will taunt them into battle. But you will need to know what these 3 are. You will need to know what the Requiem is to take them out. I'm assuming it's still going to work similar to this, because any players who have converted a Kuva Lich or vanquished a Kuva Lich, basically anybody who has completed a Kuva Lich in any way, will receive the Ul card. I really wish it was 1 per Kuva Lich, because if that was the case, it would make things so much easier. Because, yeah, all you have to do is go over to this terminal over here, wait for it to load. I seem to be having massive network issues. Kuva Lich history, and it would be 1 for every one of them. And yes, that is not a lot. I think my last one I had absolutely ages ago. No, that's actually the active one. That's the active one. Sorry. So, I've no idea what order these are even in anymore. Kind of glad I do have one active now, though. Knowing the Requiem is going to be really important if I want to use that to get rid of this Kuva Lich, which is going to semi-suck, because don't really want to use the Ul card, want to keep a hold of that for when it is more useful, but a lot of people keep asking me what's going on with the Liches if you have an active one, what's going to happen. No, it's not automatically going to be taken off you. It says any players who have owned any Lich weapon at any point, or have converted a Lich, or have, and it's the active Lich that's more important here, they will receive a new item. It doesn't say they're going to remove the Lich. If you have an active Lich, you will receive 1 Requiem Ultimatum that will taunt the Lich into battle. And players who have converted or vanquished a Kuva Lich will receive the Ul card. So it's all just dependent on how you get a hold of the Ul cards as to how you're going to be able to take them down. But hopefully these changes and this login thing, hopefully this update comes sooner rather than later. But yeah, if it was going to happen this week, we probably would have heard something by now, so can cross fingers as much as we want, but I want it to come this week, but I'm still guessing it's probably going to be next week, which is just going to suck if we're being honest. But with that, I think we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.